Let's move on to our fifth and final main topic today. Chris, what is our fifth and final main topic today?
Last topic's from Damian. I was looking over the list of movies releasing in November, and it might just be most stacked movie of the year. Ford vs. Ferrari, 21 Bridges, Knives Out, Irishman, Terminator, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Frozen 2, and Dr. Sleep. Which films are you looking most forward to?
Yeah, November is nutty. You know, this has what started out at the beginning of 2019 of looking like a couple of real big comic book movies, and other than that, not a lot, Star Wars movie, not a lot that got a lot of people very excited at first. Now that started to change as we got into April and CinemaCon really started to unveil, here are the films that are coming. We got a little bit more excited. 2019 has very quietly morphed into an incredibly good year for film. Incredibly good year for film, and you're not wrong. November could end up being the best of the bunch. It could. Right now, we're looking at films like this. Now, this one's not theatrical, but The Irishman, which we've been talking about a lot, drops November 1st. Terminator Dark Fate, which is basically being called the best Terminator film they've done since Terminator 2, which again is not a high bar, but still. Midway has people being way more excited about it than it has any business making people excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that trailer came out. I'm like, all of a sudden I was interested in Midway. Mm-hmm. I'm fascinated by Dr. Sleep with Hugh McGregor, the spiritual sequel to The Shining.
The reviews, people are saying it's great.
Yeah, I'm hearing very, very good things about it. What could be a contender for Best Picture of the Year? It's got a lot of people buzzing. Ford v Ferrari. They're talking Matt Damon and Christian Bale could be possibilities to be nominated, both nominated for the lead actor, perhaps, coming out of that. You got other films like some that's going to get some attention, like Charlie's Angels. Chadwick Boseman and 21 Bridges.
Which also looks great.
Which also looks wonderful. And screw y'all, I like the first Frozen. I'm looking forward to Frozen 2. At D23, they showed us a big extended look at it. It looks really good, guys. It really, really does. And then, of course, maybe the two best. Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood screams Oscar worthy. I mean, maybe it'll suck, but Tom Hanks is right in the running there. And then one of the best reviewed movies of the year right now is Knives Out, which everybody's raving about. This is an incredibly stacked month. This is going to be a great month at the movie theaters for all of us. Now, I think the number one box office movie here, I personally don't have a lot of doubt, is going to be Frozen 2. I think that's going to be, look, that one's has real legitimate billion-dollar film aspirations. I don't know if any of the rest of those films do. It'll be the number one film at the box office. But then you're talking about Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. You're talking about Knives Out. You're talking about 21 Bridges, which I've been extremely excited for since the day they announced that movie. I gotta say, though, the movie ever since April that I am most looking forward to this month, despite all those amazing films, and I cannot wait to watch all of them, has got to be Ford v Ferrari. Rob, we knew next to nothing other than it was happening up until we got to CinemaCon. Hell, at CinemaCon, I didn't even realize they had even started shooting. Honestly,
right.
I knew the movie was I didn't even know they had started shooting, and they came out and gave us this big presentation on Ford v Ferrari that had everybody buzzing in their seats. The trailers have been fantastic since then. All the early buzz that I've been hearing, including the people at the studio, they really think this is a legit Best Picture contender. You got the director of Logan in there with Matt Damon, Christian Bale. Look, I am dying to see Knives Out. I'm dying to see Beautiful Day. I'm dying to see 21 Bridges. I'm dying to see The Irishman. But I got to go. I think obviously the biggest one will be Frozen 2. The one I'm most looking forward to, though, out of all of those is still probably Ford v Ferrari. Rob, what about you?
You know what? I'm going to say something that I don't normally say. I'm going to quote something Grace Randolph said.
All right.
And Grace Randolph said that Ford v Ferrari is really the story of two artists fighting against corporate interests. You know, we've got with Shelby, Carl Shelby building the car. And I was like, wow, that's something Grace Randolph, that's something I can get behind. And I think that excited me more than anything because like you, I've been dying to see this movie since we sat next to each other at CinemaCon watching that footage going, man, this is so up my alley. When I was a kid, I watched the Indy 500. I was so into race cars and I will watch cars race around a track for 2 hours if that's all it is. But then you got Matt Damon, and you've got people like Tracy Letts, who's one of not only a great screenwriter and playwright, but one of my favorite character actors. He's in it. You got John Barenthal is in it. This cast looks amazing. I can't wait to see it. But then again, Dr. Sleep. I read the book. It's a sequel to The Shining. Little goofy. But, I mean, people might talk about the hotness in Charlie's Angels. Let me tell you, as I've said before on the show, Rebecca Ferguson in her Slash hat from Guns N' Roses is like the hottest thing I've ever seen, ever in any movie, perhaps of all time. And it's a horror movie based on a Stephen King book that Ewan McGregor is coming back playing little Danny Torrance, all grown up. You got the twins from The Shining coming back. It's a sequel to the movie The Shining, and it's an adaptation of the book. I mean, I can't think of anything better. And now that we've heard that Dr. Sleep is good, and then, of course, Roland Emmerich, despite the fact Independence Day Resurgence was what it was, Roland Emmerich, man, Roland Emmerich coming in. I'm a kind of guy that was excited for White House Down. I am excited for Midway, dude. It looks awesome. You've got all kinds of planes that I built when I was a little kid. I built all the World War II planes. They got Dauntlesses in there. I can't wait to see this movie. CGI World War II battles. Bring it on.
Are you in agreement with me, though, that probably Frozen 2 is without much problem going to be the #1 box office film of that month?
I have no problem letting go my opinion that says, yes, indeed, I'm sure it's going to crush November. And again, rightfully so. You got the holiday season, every kid, every girl, as a matter of fact, every girl from 9 to 90 is going to go see Frozen 2.
We sure are.
Yeah, and you know what? My only problem is whatever song is in that movie, we're going to have to listen to it for the next 6 months.
I still love that original song. I still love Let It Go. And by the way, the new song is also really good. It's no Let It Go, but it's quite good. Chris, you're looking at this list. There's such heavyweight contenders in here. Like this is the type of month, guys, that if you're a movie fan, you've just got an idiot grin on your face from ear to ear right now thinking about November. But you're looking at this month. What is appealing to you? Which one's got you most excited?
Oh, this is why we roll out the Christmas decorations early, you guys, because Christmas is in November. Look at all these gifts. I am really excited for Frozen 2. My best friend Kendall wants to have like a Frozen party. I'm very excited about that. Knives Out has been my most anticipated film of the year. I am so much more excited about that than Star Wars, than anything else coming out. I love Agatha Christie, so this feels like that kind of thing. I'm so hyped. And I feel like I'm going to surprise you guys a little bit. I am really stoked for Dr. Sleep. Like, I can't wait to go see that. I'm going to scream, and I'm so sorry to everyone who's at the AMC with me because I'm going to be such a pain in the ass and cry a whole bunch, I'm sure, because I don't do well with horror movies. But that one looks so good. And I'm interested how they're going to do it because it definitely has so many of the original Shining imagery and everything in it. But I know that they've talked about really focusing on what the book did. And I know Stephen King had issues with the original Shining film, as well as a lot of novel fans had with that movie as well. I love that movie. So I'm really excited to see how they kind of marry the imagery, the iconography of this really popular film with the book and how that all comes together. And I can't wait to see it. And again, so sorry for all my screaming and crying.
You know what's funny? So that film comes out November 8th.
Yeah.
Fandango is doing kind of what they did with Aquaman. There is a early fan event to see the film 1 week in advance.
What?
On October 30th. Yeah, I believe that's, is that Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
That's a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I bought my tickets. So I'm gonna go see it on Wednesday. I'm very stoked for this film. But yeah, so for me, #1 most anticipated is Ford v Ferrari. Rob, for you, it's Dr. Sleep?
No, I think it's Ford v Ferrari.
Okay, so
and
it's
then
also
after
Ford.
that, I would say I forgot about Knives Out because I also like Chris. I'm deliriously excited for Knives Out. But then Dr. Sleep and Midway.
Chris, and your #1 is Dr.
Knives
Sleep?
Out.
Oh, it is Knives Out. That's #1 for you.
I'm going to see Dr. Sleep and be very happy and scared, but Knives Out.
Question is for you guys. It's a packed, awesome looking month. Which movie has you most excited? Do any of you disagree with me that Frozen 2 is clearly going to be the box office winner? Maybe you think something else has a little bit of a sleeper's chance. Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.